All right, guys, I just wanted to take a quick minute to go over the E Tac external sight light with you. I actually was informed of this light by a gentleman down in Foley, and we were just talking about different external lights, and he brought this one up due to the simple fact that it has an auto shut off and that the battery life was really good. Now, full transparency, I have not used any other external sight lights previously, so I can't compare it directly to them. But from what I've been told, some of them you have to be concerned about your battery life and how often you charge it. So with this light, I'll walk through it and explain how that's just not an issue here. Okay, so to start with, some of the cool things that I liked about it right off the bat, it came with a whole mixed bag, literally, of bolts, nuts, screws, zip ties, mounting brackets, Velcro, just a bunch of different ways that you can mount this thing to the bow. Some of the other sight lights give you Velcro, or you got to zip tie them. I've seen them out here on the sight light bar, or sorry, on the sight bar, and they're just kind of there. Seems to do the job. It's probably not a big deal, but I just thought this was cool that it had some real hardware. And you can see here, this is just an old fuse sight, and it mounts right into the quiver mounting holes, and it's actually really solid even though it's only mounted on 2 points. Like, I cannot move this sight light. So I thought that was really neat. Obviously it's going to fit on any bow or any sight out there, no problem. Kind of along those lines, it does come with two light cables, so you have different diameters to work with different sights. Not only do you have two different cables, but you've got all the adapters here that you would need. You can see here, that's the cable, that's an adapter. So it doesn't matter what bow, what sight, it's gonna work. Okay, of course, it also comes with your car charger, wall charger, and your charging cord. From there, it's really pretty simple. Figure out a way that you want to mount it to the bow, run your light cable to your sight and your adapter, and it's ready to rock. All you've got to do, you've got a whole page of instructions here. Not really necessary. I'll run through the whole programming for you in just a few seconds here. Obviously, to turn it on, hit the power button. As soon as you hit the power button, you'll see this is on 85%. It came charged fully. I've been shooting this for a month now, probably an hour minimum per day, and it's just now down to 85%. So I can say that the battery life is really, really incredible. Now, could be because the auto shut off, but there's been a lot of times that I'm moving the bow enough that it doesn't even have time to shut off. So for me, one of the main things I would want out of a sight light is a long battery life, and it for sure has that. Okay, back to programming. From there, you can see your brightness. Once you power it on, it just shows your brightness. It's set at 7 right now. This goes, you just press through here, plus and minus, goes from 1. Now I'll show you what 1 looks like. If this will pick it up, it's just makes your pens nicely lit, kind of like you're out there on a decent sunny day. Of course, you can run that all the way to 15, which for most people is going to be way too blown out, but it's going to give you that option anyway. See, they're really bright there, and that's with a pretty inefficient light tube. Okay, so to program your brightness, pretty simple, plus or minus. To program the auto shutoff feature, all you do is you hold the power button. It's going to pop up. 30 seconds is what I have it set to. You can run it 30, 40, 50, a minute, minute 20, minute 40, 2, 230, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 10. So not many people are going to run an auto shut off at 10 minutes, but it's going to give you all the options you could possibly want. So I'll let that run and go to sleep for you. All right, you guys can see it went to sleep. Now this was something that concerned me. I just wasn't sure how the sleep mode worked. And I was, in my mind, kind of afraid that it would go to sleep while I was at full draw or while I was getting ready to shoot at full draw. I just wasn't sure what to expect. But that is no longer a concern because I'll have you watch the sleep there, and I won't even touch the bow. I'll just hit the table and the light's back on. So it's extremely sensitive to movement or vibration. So there is zero risk that that thing is going to shut off while you're at full draw. I don't know if anybody else had that concern, but I considered it until I got the light and saw that that was obviously not going to be an issue. So with all of that said, there's really not much more to add. I recommend the light. It does exactly what a sight light should do. Makes your pins brighter. Battery lasts a long time. It'll shut off if you forget to shut it off. And, you know, it's sturdy. It mounts very solid to the bow. It's a good looking unit. Comes with instructions. And I'm sure there's some type of warranty on it. I honestly didn't look into that, didn't consider that. But if you would like, you can contact their customer support and ask them, I suppose. So at the end of the day, I don't really have much more to add. There's other lights out there that change colors if you want them to and may have more programming available. I'm not sure. But as far as just a nice, solid, sturdy mounted light that lights the pins and lasts a long time, they've knocked it out of the park, so I feel no need to try other things. And I do recommend it.